Join me right now on Kumite TV is Bellator featherweight Jeremiah Labiano. What's going on, Jeremiah?
What's up?
All right, man. Let's jump right into it. NBA Finals is coming up. You from the Bay Area, Golden State Warriors. What's your predictions
Warriors,
on the
baby.
finals, man?
Warriors in four.
Warriors. Oh, you looking at the sweep?
Warriors in four, baby. Fuck Drake. We're gonna kill the Raptors.
All right, let's talk about your trip. To London in early April for the press conference for your next fight, Bellator in London. You have a guy like Gallagher. He's so talkative. Do you like that back and forth, or is this something that MMA could do without?
It's funny because I mean it's hard to say. I mean everyone likes to feed off that stuff. The shit talking stuff makes things interesting. At the end of the day, because you got there's a couple different fans. You got the people that actually, you know, train, and then you got the people that are just like to drink alcohol and watch people fight and stuff like that. So you gotta be able to entertain both parties and stuff like that. So I make fun out of it. I make fun out of it. I was expecting him to poke at me a little bit more when I was out in London, and he didn't. He didn't. I guess he got humbled a little bit when he got his ass knocked out. So
I saw that the month after that in May, you took a trip out to Thailand. You trained at some notable gyms out there, Fairtex in Pattaya, Pet Indi in Bangkok, Tiger Muay Thai in Phuket. That's all over the place right there. You hit all like the triangle basically. Talk about
I
that
had to,
trip
man.
and who you got to work with out there.
It was good, man. So originally, the plan was for me to fight in April over at the Bellator in San Jose, but that kind of fell through, didn't go through, and then we got the call for this Gallagher fight, and I'm actually getting married next Saturday, so I had planned the whole trip with my bachelor party was going to be out in Thailand and stuff, and 15 of my friends were gonna be going out there. And when we got the fight, it just kind of switched up. I mean, I still took the trip, but it was all business. I was out there uh, training. My first week, I was over at Phuket and training with Tiger Muay Thai. My boy Alex, took care of me and stuff while I was out there. Um, and I got a lot of good training out there. I was doing 3 to 4 hours a day. It was funny because when I first landed, I had a long ass travel day. Actually, it was pretty much like a 21-hour travel day. So I flew to Shanghai, and then I went from Shanghai to Bangkok, and then I was hoping to catch a flight, like one of the last flights to Phuket, so I can get there right away. But that didn't work out. So I slept at the airport for about 5 or 6 hours, and I think I took the first plane to Phuket the next day. Right when I landed, dude, I went straight to Tiger. Went straight to Tiger. Did a nogi class. Right after the nogi class, I stayed for the MMA nogi class. Went checked in my hotel. I don't even think I took a nap. I got some. I think I went and got some pad thai and went back and did another session. So it was straight to business right when I got there. And after that week went by, I went over to Bangkok and met up with all my friends, and I just did a little bit of research and stuff about all the gyms that I wanted to hit. So I went to Yokao. I went to Penyon D Gym. A lot of good fighters out of there. At both the gyms, a lot of good fighters out of there. And then also I went to Arete BJJ. Did a little bit of jiu-jitsu with those guys over there. They were super cool. Um, and then I went to the Fairtex in Pattaya, which is really cool because a lot of the guys that kind of migrated from Thailand and brought the Muay Thai to the United States. We got Bunker that's out here in San Francisco that I've trained with before. Noom Siam. And then, of course, the Wooden Man, they got him out here in the San Francisco area and stuff like that. So it was really cool to kind of go over there and look at all the history, seeing all the pictures of the walls of the guys that I see, on the daily out here. So that was really cool. Got a lot of good work out there, a lot of good training. Just excited to be back here grinding for the past couple weeks. And we got 4 weeks left in the fight, and I'm definitely gonna be peaking at that right level when it's fight time.
So that trip to Thailand was like the first leg of your camp for your upcoming fight. Is that what it was?
We I've been prepping since like I said, I was supposed to be fighting in that San Jose card. We were hoping for to get on that card, so I was already pretty much training and stuff that whole time. Um, and then yeah, I guess you can say it was kind of the beginning of the start of the camp, but I train year round, so. it was just kind of the right time when we got the call. So
Well, congratulations on your upcoming wedding. Man, it must be crazy to be in full swing, full camp, and you're gonna get married soon. How was the
it's a
stress
little
levels
crazy.
for you?
It's not bad at all. My fiance Myrelle is, she's doing really good with all the planning and stuff like that. And you see all those horror stories about Bridezilla and stuff like that. And she's really easy to work with. And all the decisions we made is just always, everything's been going smoothly and stuff. And she's been working really hard. And she understands like what I do and stuff like that. So she's been really cool. And supportive with me getting ready for this fight, as well as also the wedding and stuff like that. So I'm I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been dating her since high school, since we were 15 years old. So it's about that time. I'm 32 now, and just everything's falling into the right places.
Well, yeah, man, it's perfect. Now this fight coming up, it's at catchweight. Why is this fight at 140 pounds? Why not at featherweight?
You know what? I can't give you the real answer, but I think we all know what the real answer is. He wants any edge that he can get at beating me. But he's forgetting that I did most of my fights at bantamweight at 135s. So the 145 cut is going to be easy for me. It's going to be nothing. But yeah, I was calling for the featherweight the whole time, and according to the matchmaker, he wouldn't budge. He wanted to do catchweight, so I said, "Fuck it, let's do it." Any weight doesn't matter.
You were scheduled to fight Gallagher, a couple times, and it never, got together. You never actually made it to the event, right? He pulled out, I think, because he was injured. Having prepared for him a few times, do you see him more evolved as an opponent now compared to before?
It's kind of hard to say because all the level of competition that he's getting is not very high at all. The highest level of competition that he's actually faced is Ricky Bandejas, and we already saw what when he runs into people like that, how it goes down. So his game's the same that I've seen since he started, and I've been watching him since the get go because we were originally scheduled to fight in 2017, and I think we were actually supposed to fight again, but then he got split above his eye. So there was two different occasions where we were supposed to fight, and it fell through, and finally the stars have aligned, and we're going to meet June 22nd.
Gallagher, his biggest weapon is his ground game. If you strip that away, what else is left, do you believe?
Nothing. So even his ground game, I'll give him that. I'll give him his ground, but it's kind of like shit. If you don't know what the hell you're doing on the floor, it's going to be easy to choke someone out, right? So I've heard people that grapple with him said he's good, and I'm not gonna put it. I'm not gonna put that past him. I'm not gonna just think I'm gonna walk through the guy. But I train hard. My background is jiu-jitsu. I am a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Been a black belt since 2014 and been training since 2008. So I can't see him jumping on my back and just choking me out like he does these other pugs. So it's just crazy that just the way he's saying like, oh, I'm gonna strangle you. He's not gonna strangle me.
The legend, Andre Ward, I saw that you are working with him. How long have you been working with him?
We've been doing it for it's going to be a full, I believe, 6 or 8 weeks that we're going to be working with him. Professor Chris Beam has been good friends with Andre Ward since Andre Ward, started to blow up in the Bay Area. So around the times he was in the Olympics, Chris Beam had known him boxing over at King's Gym and stuff like that, and they've always talked about working together, working with each other. And it was just kind of like towards the tail end of his career of him finishing up his boxing and stuff like that. And, it just kind of worked out at the time. So we're truly grateful to have him, being in there training us. And we're actually like the first guys that he's training outside of, I don't even know if he's trained anyone in boxing after he finished fighting. And I think we're, the first people that he's actually been working with and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And even my last camp that I went to was Israel. Yeah, I was actually going and sparring his guys over in Hayward and stuff like that. So that was really cool to be over there and getting work with Olympic athletes and just world class boxers with really good stand up.
How is it getting advice from such a a guy like him, man? He's like a living legend.
Oh man.
He's just so he's a wealth of knowledge. He could still fight if he really wanted to. He could still be a champion. You know what I mean? So, what is it like being with him?
Oh man, every day I'm just trying to soak as much up as I can. I'm just blessed with the opportunity to be able to work with an Olympian, someone that's fought the best, finished his career with no losses, and yeah, man, it's exciting to be working with someone at that level and that caliber, and I'm truly grateful for that opportunity.
You're deep into cycling. You're into those long rides. What benefits have you had from, cycling mentally and physically?
Uh, Man, it just make sure like you gotta have strong legs, for the stuff that we do, and MMA, just being explosive with the legs. You gotta have strong legs, and I feel like it's just increased my endurance as far as leg strength and stuff. And fortunately, I live really close to one of the highest peaks and stuff in the Bay Area, which is Mount Diablo. So it's about, I think, 3,600 feet of climbing, and it's good. It just makes my legs stronger for running too. So I just feel like it just kind of complements everything. It complements my running, complements my training, my strength and conditioning, and everything like that.
You go to Bellator London, you get the win over Gallagher. Where does that put you? You know what I mean? It's a catchweight fight. Do you see yourself continuing at featherweight, or do you see yourself kind of maybe even going to bantamweight in your next fight?
I think I'm gonna be staying at the featherweight, and I hope after I knock his ass out, I'm gonna be in that featherweight tournament for that $1 million.
One last thing before I let you go, man. Music and sports, they come hand in hand. You're from the Bay Area. I actually grew up on Bay Area rap, E40, Too Short, The Click, Richie Rich. I grew up on all of that stuff. I want to know what's on your playlist, man. Like, give me a peek.
Man, I listen to everything, to be honest. I mean, I am from the Bay, so I do listen to Bay Area hip hop and everything like that. But I just listen to everything, man. I don't even know what the hell's on my playlist. I got a little bit of everything on my playlist. Just hip hop though, just hip hop mainly.
All right, man. June 22nd, Bellator London, co-main event. Am I right?
Yep, co-main. Now we the
Yeah,
main
man.
event, baby. We the main
Yeah,
event.
yeah. Big fight, man. It was great talking to you, and hopefully I get you in many more times in the future, man.
Sounds good, brother. Thanks for having me. Appreciate that, man. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jeremiah Labiano, the kid, fighting out of Hayward, California. Crispy BJJ Wild Boys MMA. First and foremost, I want to thank God, and I want to thank my team, my head coach Alexander Crispim, my sponsors Peninsula Landing Capital, Mr. Sean Berry, Believe, my management, Iridium Sports Agency, Jason House and Jeremy Luchow, and also Jacob. Strike First Nutrition, Mass Meals. They're taking care of my diets for this past 8 weeks and stuff. It's really been helping out a lot. And Action Pro Green, Michael Bruno, been hooking up all my gear and stuff.